Well, first comes love, then comes marriage. This takes a turn here, but then for nearly 700,000 couples, next came divorce in 2021. That's according to the CDC.
I remember during the height of the pandemic thinking, is everybody splitting up? Like, it's just so tense and stressful for so many couples. A new survey finds almost half of divorces that have been just traced have one cause. It's not money, it's not cheating, it's conflicting career choices. Here to discuss that top reason for divorce, of course, we want to talk to our friend Tamsen Fadal, anchor at our NewsNation station in New York. Hey, lady, how are you?
Hi there. Nice to see
you.
You know, with this data out there, right? Divorced or divorcing couples, nearly half cited career choices. So when I heard that, I didn't think it was as much about one spouse working too much. I thought perhaps it was putting career before family, or maybe whether or not somebody's career is compatible with a couple's geographic location.
I think that's a big one. I agree with that. And I also was thinking about this, compared to what it was years ago, we change careers a lot more than we ever have. On average, there was a survey that came out that said we change careers 5 to 7 times in a lifetime. So if you imagine you go into a relationship and the person's in one career, and then as you said, then they move to another career, it could either be geographical or it could just be something that takes up a whole different amount of time. And it really affects the relationship. So actually, this made sense to me.
Yeah. You know what's interesting? My husband and I did long distance for a decade so that each of us could focus on career. You do your thing. I'm going to do my thing. Nobody resents each other. Then we'll come together for a bigger, better life later down the road. The second thing that was interesting, the top reason that couples divorce is parenting differences, Tamsen. I mean, we know that raising kids, that's quite a challenge. But what's important to align on as a couple when it comes to parenting?
I mean, I think the big one out of everything else is discipline. Obviously, that's something that you have got to agree on. And I'm sure it's a hard thing to agree on because when you're going into a relationship, you're thinking that you want to have children and you make that kind of decision, hopefully, before you're into an engagement or a marriage. But then you've got to figure out how you deal with that when there are children and there's pressure and there's time and who's taking the kids somewhere and who's going to be there for them and who's going to leave their job if they need to be picked up from school early. So, I mean, those are the kind of things. And then when they're in trouble, how you deal with that. That is a really big deal. And I think it's something that a lot of people don't realize they have to go so deep into that conversation to talk about. So I can see that being a big conflict when it comes to divorce. Hopefully, if you're in that stage and you have children, you can find maybe a third party to help come in or an expert to talk to so it doesn't lead to divorce immediately.
I have friends who this happened to, and it was like after months and months of fighting through, you baby the child, I should be a firmer disciplinarian, we both should be on the same page. They split up over that. And I mean, it's like, talk these things out before you get married, so let's get to the money. We've talked about this before on the show. Don't you think money is just an extension of a trust issue? I mean, I have a number of friends who told me recently that their spouse was telling them what they could and couldn't buy. So one spouse wanted to buy a home, a car, or a larger item, and the other spouse was like adamant no, and they dug their heels in, and it's really strained their marriage.
Wow. You know what? It's funny you say that because we did talk about this one time when I came on and we talked about setting up a limit, right? Whatever that limit is, if it's over $500 or $1,000, then we're going to have that discussion. But I do think it is a trust issue because that's what it's all about. It's trusting the other person not to go into something that might be a joint savings or a joint account and then deplete that completely because they've made a decision. I think it's a really hard one because a lot of us come into relationships now very independent. We have our jobs or our careers or we're earning money at a younger age. So we feel like, well, we can do what we want with it. But you've got to have that conversation because money, as you know, has always been at the top of the list. For career to be over that, over money now is kind of surprising. But, money falls right underneath that because it is a trust issue. And you don't want to be hiding packages all the time either.
We've talked about that before. No.
It boils down to trust and coming into a union. And really 100%. Deciding, okay, I was independent, but I can't be no more because now I'm partnering with you.
I'm proud of my packages.
There's someone else to consider.
One by one, Tamsen. Okay. Thank you so much.
Thank you for watching. Go to newsnationnow.com to find News Nation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of News Nation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.